Warning: viewer discretion is advised. Hi friends, welcome to Meals Done Alive For, where we talk about a true crime case and make a death row meal from scratch. I'm your host Jody Breton, and if you enjoy this episode, please like and subscribe. You can find me on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, all the things, so come find me. This is going to be a shorter episode, but I still wanted to tell you guys about it, and of course I'm going to have a lot of questions that won't be answered, but let me just get right into it. Today's story is on a man named Phillip D Hallford, and I know next to nothing about this man before this case. I know that he was born on March 22nd, 1947, and our story takes place in Alabama, but I have no backstory on where he's from, what his childhood was like, how he met his wife, where his wife even is. There's a lot of holes in this case, but I still wanted to talk to you about everything that went on. What you do need to know about this case is that he has a daughter named Melinda, and then he has multiple stepchildren, one being Cecil and one being Sammy, and that's the basis of what you need to know about this family. However, there were more children involved, but there are no mentions of a mother in any of the court files that I could find. We also know that Philip was SAing Melinda from the age of 7 to 8. So that also provides perspective into what the motive for his crimes were. But other than that, let me walk you through what happened on the night of April 13th, 1986. During the night of April 12th, in the early morning hours, Philip used his 15-year-old daughter Melinda to lure 16-year-old Charles Eddie Shannon to an isolated area near an abandoned bridge over the Chocowatachi River in Dale County. The victim was Melinda's boyfriend. Melinda called Charles and arranged the meeting near the bridge. She made the call around midnight. Eddie, as he was called by the people that loved him, decided to meet Melinda. So then Melinda and Philip's 15-year-old stepson, Sammy, went to the bridge in Philip's vehicle and parked. Sammy got out of the vehicle and went and hid nearby. Melinda remained in the car, and around 1 a.m., April 13th, Eddie came to the vehicle and began talking with Melinda. Philip approached Eddie, turned him around, and after a brief struggle, shot him through the roof of his mouth with a .22 caliber pistol. Just after the shot was fired, the victim stated as he slumped to the ground, "Why did you shoot me?" Philip stated, "For messing around with something that isn't yours." Philip grabbed the victim by the feet and dragged him towards the bridge. As he was being dragged, the victim was crying and saying, "Oh my God, you shot me," and "Oh Jesus Christ, you shot me." At some point, Eddie regained his balance and Philip marched the victim towards the river while he was holding his hair by the head. After several minutes, 2 more shots were heard, and shortly thereafter, Philip returned to the vehicle. Melinda, Sammy, and Philip went back to their home nearby, but Philip and Sammy returned before daylight to the scene with a jug of water and a brush to wash away the blood spots on the bridge. After daylight, Philip and Sammy again returned to the scene to see if the body of the victim had floated to the surface of the river. If it had, they intended to shoot it with the shotgun they had brought in order to sink it. The next day, Philip built a fire in a drum in his backyard and burned Eddie's wallet and its contents, which included a photograph and a military identification card. While burning the wallet, he stated to Melinda that the victim was a cheapskate because he didn't have any money in his wallet. He also showed her a picture of a girl he had taken for the wallet and told her that Eddie had not been faithful to her. The victim's father testified that Eddie had money in his wallet and that he had given his son $10 on the afternoon before his son disappeared. Philip attempted to destroy the .22 caliber pistol by melting it down in an old tire rim with a torch. While mounting the pistol, he had his 13-year-old son, Jack, act as a lookout for him and told him they won't know what this was and they won't find no evidence. The remains of the pistol were found recovered and identified at trial by a firearms expert as a .22 caliber pistol. Phillip bored holes into the empty shell casings from the pistol and made them into a necklace. He made Melinda wear the necklace so that she would remember. Phillip told his 18-year-old stepson Cecil shortly after the killing that I won't have to worry about him referring to Eddie no more and that he got rid of him. Eddie's badly decomposed body was discovered in the river by two fishermen on April 26, 1986. An autopsy disclosed 3 wounds which were made by .22 caliber bullets. The bullets were recovered from the victim's head. 1 bullet entered the roof of the mouth, 1 in the front of the left ear, and 1 in the forehead. Any of the fired bullets could have been the cause of death. The official cause of death was multiple gunshot wounds to the head. There was a testimony that Phillip had threatened the victim about a week before the killing by telling him that if he rode his motorcycle by Phillip's house again, he would unalive him. When the police investigation began to focus on Phillip after the discovery of the victim's body, Phillip fled with Melinda. He was arrested in Escambia County, Florida on May 26, 1986, and extradited to Alabama. Phillip testified on his own behalf, denying any knowledge of the crime or even knowing Eddie. He attempted to establish an alibi for his whereabouts on the night of the unaliving, attempted to cast suspicion on his stepson Cecil by claiming that he had seen him burning a bloody shirt on the day after the unaliving, and tried to cast doubt on the testimony of his children by saying that they had substance abuse problems and were testifying against him because they were being pressured and detained. Cecil testified that he had a bloody shirt that was bloody because Phillip had stabbed him in the back. The jury clearly didn't buy it though, and Phillip D Hallford was sentenced to death. Upon hearing her father's execution date had been set, Melinda said, "Thank God, I'm so happy, I'm ecstatic." Melinda was only 15 when her father shot her boyfriend in front of her. My father had been abusing me and claiming I was his wife. In his perverted mind, I had an affair. Melinda said, "It will at least give me a sense of closure and help me not be afraid of him anymore. I have been afraid my entire life he was going to kill me or send someone to kill me. I hate myself. I hate the fact that I was ever born. I hate the fact that this person is my father. I wanted to kill him myself. I still have to live with the fact that a 16-year-old boy was killed because of me." That whole statement just breaks my heart. I really hope that she was able to find peace overall. Eddie Shannon's stepbrother, David Ferguson, said, "It's about time. Come on now, it's been 21 years. Justice should have been given a long time ago." Phillip D Hallford would be executed by lethal injection in Alabama on November 4th, 2010 at 6:26 p.m. He had no last words and requested no special meal, and he spent the morning with some family members like his mother and brother and sister-in-law the morning of. I know that it was a short story, guys, but I wanted to tell you guys about it because it was too crazy to not tell you guys about it. I really hope that Melinda found peace. At the time of Phillip's execution, I know that she was married and had multiple children. I really hope that she's happy. I did not try to go and look for her because she deserves to be left alone and hopefully be living out her happy life, but I hope that she's doing well. I still have so many questions. It seems like there was a lot of children involved. I don't know where the mother was. There's no mention of her anywhere. I have no idea if she had passed on or moved or what, but I have a lot of questions. I also have more questions about when they fled, what happened when he kidnapped Melinda, basically. But again, I guess we'll never know. We know the basics and what happened with the outcome, but there's just a lot of details lacking that I wish I knew. Since Philip did not request a special meal, I decided to make chicken and dumplings with a peach cobbler. It was delicious, but I'm not going to give it a rating since it was not his actual last meal. I just figured you guys would want to watch me cook something instead of just sitting there. So that was the purpose of that. I still really wanted to share this story with you guys. As usual, friends, if you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, share. That's how we grow our channel and I can continue to put out more content for you. Please find me on Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, all the things, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.